Hello, 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 and here we are again doing coffee time, where we go to today my website and look at the news. Now, I'm just going to skip all the bad stories because we don't want to read those. Oh, just seen another bad story, but we're going to do this one. Here we go. This is the story of Emil Bednarski, right? He's a student, and I've got a picture of him. Here he is, and he was doing his GCSE in maths, right? So you think, okay, what big deal? Everyone does a GCSE in maths these days. But yeah, he was stripped of his math GCSE and accused of cheating. Right? Yeah, Emil was accosted by invigilators and interrogated for 3 hours after sitting his paper. Right? And the story is now told by his father, Cezary Bednarski, who's a renowned architect, who's now seeking an apology and compensation from the exam board, Pearson, who is accused of gross misconduct over the affair. The father said it was scandalous the way they did it. They accosted him, he was coming out of the exam, and there were two guys with the head teacher. They took him outside, and they took him to a room and grilled him for 3 hours. Right. And the family insists that the exam board's findings of malpractice in the case don't add up. Now, Emil is a pupil at Kensington Aldridge Academy in West London. And, by a curious coincidence, he said he found a question in the exam online while he was searching for practice papers. Now, he was puzzled by the trigonometry question. He couldn't figure it out. So, he ran it past a teacher on the morning exam, who recognised this question as being in the exam. So it was a weird coincidence. Again, the father picks up the story. He says, the way you learn these days, you scavenge online. You predicted questions, last year's questions, potential questions. I said to Pearson they should have given my son a medal for being so proactive. They should have a team searching online, checking if their questions had appeared, and remove those questions from the paper if they have. And yeah, they told the boy to show him the mobile phone. And again, you need a court order to do that. He doesn't have to comply. They are not the police. They are merely exam invigilators. And this is why the father is a little upset by this. And they said they would not score him because he cheated. But it has since emerged that questions from the maths paper, which tens of thousands of pupils sat that day, may have leaked before the start of the exam. Cambridgeshire Police confirmed the investigation had been launched after Pearson and another exam board, OCR, were targeted in a data breach earlier this year. They said both boards had exam papers extracted from their systems and sold online. And Mr. Bednarski said his son wouldn't have approached the teachers before the exam if he'd been cheating. Well, again, it's nonsense. He's giving himself up, isn't he? After an appeal, Emil was awarded a grade 5 in his maths exam, equivalent to a high C or low B under the old marking system. And the paper which featured the trigonometry question, one of 3 papers in the exam, was discounted. So he would have achieved a higher grade, a top rated 8 or 9, if that would have been included. And yeah, so there you go. And the father said he's retaken his GCSE maths next year, but it's interfering with his education. Pearson should say they're sorry. They made a mistake. There was a leak, but it's my son who's losing out. So there you go. Well, it's a shocking story, isn't it? That's an injustice. Meanwhile, do you like a bacon sandwich? I'm looking at you, missus. Do you like a bacon sandwich? Well, apparently, a new study, oh no, here we go, by Harvard University researchers, they examined the eating habits and diabetes rates for 200,000 people. And yeah, they say that just eating 2 servings of red meat a week may increase your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Well, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry because I've already got it. But I wouldn't say that much. I'd certainly got, blimey, look at that. Can you imagine if I served you a bacon sandwich like that? My God, we're not rich. We can't afford to stack it that high. Mind you, it kind of makes me fancy a bacon sandwich now. So a typical 70-gram serving is equivalent to just 2 thick rashers of bacon or 1.5 sausages. The findings therefore suggest eating just 2 typical bacon sandwiches or 1 steak per week, and that raises the type 2 diabetes risk. Look, you're going to die of something. You might as well die eating the things you enjoy, or we could just be miserable vegans for the rest of our lives. And nobody wants that. Just imagine being a vegan. The grief you've got every day of telling everyone you're a vegan. As soon as you meet and I'm a vegan, it's part of the vegan pact. You have to declare it. Yeah. This is interesting. There's a story about leaseholds here, and it said some leasehold rules mean that you can't keep pets or play musical instruments. Well, that's me fucked then, isn't it? What's that? Dog cam. Oh, I call this one dog with jumper. There we go. Very good. Meanwhile, the Met Office has issued an amber warning for north of England as Storm Babbitt sparks chaos in Britain, with trains cancelled, roads blocked, and do not travel warnings after 70-mile-per-hour gales and heavy rain hammered Ireland. Remember that school had to cancel their school photo, didn't they, because of it? And they've got a live update. No, I don't think so. See, look, this is how bad Storm Babbitt is in Nottingham. So yeah, even though there was a rare danger to life warning, the students were out from Nottingham University, and let's see them braving the well. Have they got their overcoats on? No, they haven't. They'll catch a death. Those girls, cover up. You're gonna get a chill. So, and as you can see, these two are studying hard. Can need more than an umbrella. Brr. And this lady, she's just improvising. When in doubt, just improvise. She's going to do well in her exams, but it does look chilly out there. But it doesn't stop the students from having a good time. And that's the important thing, isn't it? Having a good time, because when you're old, you can't the hangovers when you get old. My goodness. Meanwhile, do you have your data? Or do you have have you had your DNA taken and studied and put on a website? You have all these stuff. I was thinking of having it done. I wanted to see if it could tell if I had a predisposition for type 2 diabetes and baldness. Do you think they can tell you that? Because I really want to know. I really need to know these things. But apparently, if you use the 23andMe website, which is again one of these DNA test websites that put all the records up, you might want to go and change your passwords, because a hacker named Golem, the Jewish monster Golem. No, he's not Jewish. There's a monster called the Golem, which comes from Jewish folklore. Oh God, got to be careful what you say, because people are so ill-educated, they don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, apparently he's hacked the 23andMe website and leaked 4 million genetic profiles. Oh dear, maybe I won't get my profile done. Chinley, the hacker, has said that the massive release is to target families serving Zionism. Oh God, that's why he called himself Golem, because he's targeting Jewish people. Oh my God, sparking fears it could be used to target users based on their ethnicity, especially in the Jewish community. Oh my goodness. And yeah, here's there you go. it's not looking good. So yeah, go and change your password now. Meanwhile, do you buy your shit from Amazon? I do all the time. Shit, mainly it's mainly dog food, really. Dog food and shoes. Not for me, for the kids. We do. What else? Envelopes, bubble wrap. Oh, I don't want to talk about the bubble wrap. But yeah, Amazon are going to start delivering packages by drone. Yeah, in the UK next year. They reckon you'll get your package delivered in just under an hour. Okay, I can't see that happening. The technology giant said the service will begin from one of its UK same-day delivery sites, but keeping the location secret for now. And they reckon they're going to. It's set to be revealed at the end of 2024, and the rollout is part of an expansion of drone deliveries, which was introduced in Italy and expanded to a third state in the US, with drone deliveries already operating in California and Texas. I did not know that. Now, I read that they apparently drop the packages in your garden. Well, if they do that here, my garden's over there somewhere, so it's going to be a bit of a problem. But apparently, this is the style of drone that they use. Don't have to get like aerospace clearance and things like that. I mean, it's not a little drone; it's a big drone. They're going to have all this stuff whizzing around. It's going to be problems, isn't it? It's not going to be problems. Yeah, the company said in a statement, as part of our continued efforts to innovate, our customers are excited to announce the expansion of Prime Air delivery internationally for the first time outside the US. We've been delivering packages by drone for us to you in California and Texas. And look, that's what it looks like. Look, you can see your packages being dropped off. My goodness. It's like we're living in the 21st century, isn't it? Shocking. Oh dear. What else have we got? Shoplifting has surged 25%. Meanwhile, we're going to South Africa, Cape Town. Mario Campbell, he was driving along when shit got a bit real for him. See, he was going to be carjacked, and so he drove off. And then we shoot you outside. Look, he runs over the carjacker. Good old Mario. And he drove away his Toyota Agio straight at a young lad with a gun. So there you go. What else have we got? You go. Equality news. Archaeologists have been busy in Egypt. They found a burial site in Abydos, which is in central Egypt, and they've come across 5,000-year-old wine. And because it's wine, they reckon that they might be close to the burial site of Egypt's forgotten female king, Merit Neith. Her husband, King Jet, and son, King Den, were among the rulers of the first dynasty of ancient Egypt, but recent excavations suggest she too may have once held such power. There you go. If true, it would make her the first female ruler of ancient Egypt, although some experts dispute the theory because they say wives and daughters were not typically considered in terms of royal succession. But the tomb was nevertheless, the discovery that her tomb was piled high with goods fit for a royal, including hundreds of silver wine jars, suggests that Merit Neith was an influential figure with high levels of authority. And here's the burial site. Oh, there you go. A little bit of equality there. And I think this is a bust of King Jet, her husband. There you go. Oh, who knows? Well, this is the thing, nobody knows. Nobody knows. They can't be sure. And the funny thing is, right, is we've got all this ancient history that peels far, far, far back that we don't know about because it's been lost in time. And we have to make all these assumptions and guesses. There you go. 5,000-year-old wine. Still good, you know. Still good. And inside the jars there were grape seeds from the wine. 5,000-year-old grape seeds. I wonder if they could plant them. And here they are, busy working away and digging up the tomb. This is an interesting one. This is tribunal news. Jonathan Hawker. Here he is. He's a maths teacher, and he found himself fired. Right? He was a maths and computer teacher. But yeah, his world was turned upside down. All-girls school, Devonport High School for girls in Plymouth, when some of the girls made career-ending allegations against him back in 2021. And this came despite having an unblemished disciplinary record during his 5 years at the school. He was suspended, arrested, and then fired for gross misconduct. And this came despite reports that the girls admitted that they'd lied about everything. Because it was fun. Yeah, they made up the entire story. Nothing happened. Well, he's now been awarded £44,868 after a tribunal in Bristol decided that the school had carried out a wholly inadequate investigation and failed to provide a safe working environment for its staff, particularly the men. I mean, yeah, here's a picture of the school. I mean, crikey, this is why, men find it very hard, working in certain educational environments. Employment judge Martha Street slammed the school's investigations into the girls' allegations, saying a fair investigation would at least have included a transcript of the interviews with them. I make no finding on whether Mr. Hawker committed the misconduct alleged. What I can say is that if he's innocent and the playground plot can end a career and destroy a reputation, the school is not providing a safe working environment for its staff, particularly its male staff. In a career-ending case, the investigation has to be full as possible. So there you go. Mr. Morgan has since got another job and was unavailable for comment. So yeah, shocking. Maybe he should sue the school as well, seeing he's got backing from the tribunal. Good news! Asylum seekers are set to return to the Bibby Stockholm barge today after they cleared it out of all the Legionella virus. Oh, it's always going to be. It's always going to be a problem, that one, isn't it? Meanwhile, another 40 schools have discovered that they've got RAAC concrete in their buildings, bringing the total number to 214. Again, throw your mind back. It's that aerated concrete, isn't it? Yeah, they've updated the list, and Education Secretary Julian Keegan said as of October 16th there are 214 educational settings with confirmed RAAC in some of their buildings. Meanwhile, Crossflats Primary in Bradford has been affected, and now they've gone back to the old temporary. We used to have those. They used to be swelteringly hot in the summer and freezing cold in the winter. Remember, be careful out there. Be careful, because there could be RAAC concrete everywhere. Meanwhile, let's get some Ukraine news. Do you know there's a war in the Ukraine? Would you believe that? But Putin, and again, I read this and I wonder how true it is. Yeah, it must be true because they've seen. There is evidence. Anyway, Putin is the master tactician. For now, he's moving forward some of his best soldiers. What kind of soldiers? Why? Dolphins. Yes, dolphins. Apparently, satellite images reveal that dolphin sea pens have been put up at Novozern, 56 miles to the north, closer to where Ukrainian special forces have made incursions and landed in the Crimean Peninsula. And look, I mean, I don't know how they know that's a dolphin pen, but there you go. So the dolphins are going to sort it out. And this is an actual picture of a small Russian spy dolphin, which is carrying a bomb during a training exercise. That is a file image, not there's nothing new. And this one is being fixed with a flare. So yeah, they've run out of real soldiers. So dolphins, then it's going to be dogs, monkeys, you name it. He's just going to set the zoo on them. Good one, Putin. Meanwhile, there's a by-election in Bedfordshire and Tamworth. Will there be a storm coming for the Tories? Keep your eye out for that. Meanwhile, we go back to Mr. Putin. Japanese researchers have claimed that Putin has used several different body doubles for public appearances based on detailed artificial intelligence analysis. Yeah. Now this is, you can tell because the earlobes change shape if you look at it. A report from a major Japanese TV network surmised that the real Putin hosted this year's annual Red Square, but sophisticated facial recognition technology found that Putin, who inspected the Crimean Bridge 10 months ago, had only a 53% match with the Putin on Red Square. So yeah, they've got a you got to play spot the real Putin. There are many Putins again, and also the shape of his face changes. See that one is different shape, and also they can't alter the earlobes. See, is it the same guy or is it a look-like? Is it a looky-likey? There we go. AI. That's what they're putting. They're putting AI to good use. And they're also using it to train the dolphins, I remember. Just trying to find some more stories. Going through Palestine again and Hamas. Oh God! Oh no! Oh no! More evidence that we live in a godless universe. Steady your beating hearts. Richard Curtis has revealed he's written Notting Hill 2. I've not seen the first one. I've avoided Richard Curtis movies. Oh dear. Good news, everybody. Meta, the company behind Facebook, among other things, and WhatsApp. Good news. There's a new function that's been launching. Is you can now run 2 accounts from WhatsApp at the same time. Yeah, you can log 2 accounts. Though you will need like one of those phones with the 2 SIM slots, because apparently it's locked to your phone. So yeah, there you go. They're running it as having like a work phone and a your private phone. But everyone knows people are going to be using it for a bit of the old how's your father, aren't they? It's a cheater's charter. You're gonna, you can, instead of having two phones, one for the missus and one for the girlfriend, you can just combine it. That's genius. Genius. Oh, found an animal story. That's good. Meanwhile, this is police dash cam footage near Blackbird Leys in Oxford, and a dangerous driver, Jason Dewsbury, is trying to outrun the police and comes inches away from hitting a horse-drawn funeral procession. My goodness. There we go. Don't worry, he ended up being in jail for 14 months. So it's not all bad. Here he is. Does he look like a wrong 'un? Yeah, he looks like a wrong 'un. So there you go. It's alright, isn't it? Meanwhile, bedbugs invaded the HMRC office at Ipswich. And sniffer dogs, steam cleans and chemical treatments have failed to clean the infestation. We've got another bedbug story here at the end. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I've got another animal story. That's good. Scrolling. I don't know if I can. No, I'm not going to do that one because that's going to get me demonetized. Oh dear. Good news, everybody. I reckon. Now this is viral video, right? This is footage taken from a narrow gauge train ride from Durango to Silverton. That's in Colorado, I believe. It's Wyoming, Colorado. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Now, do I show the clip or try and show the actual video footage clip from the clip? I'm gonna see if there's an advert, because you know what it's like. It's only 18 seconds long. Oh, there's a fucking clip. There's always an advert. 30-second ad on an 18-second clip. Just this leads us into our animal stories. All right, but you freeze. You freeze. I didn't freeze. Excellent. Whoops. We have a possible sighting of a Bigfoot. Oh my god, this is in Colorado. Look, they're travelling on the train and there's Bigfoot sitting down. Oh my goodness. I think we need to see that again. Look, there he is, he's walking along. And then he has a little sit down. Bigfoot. Or a Sasquatch. What do you prefer, Bigfoot or Sasquatch? Yeah, so there you go. So squatchers, that's what they look for. You know, people that look for Sasquatch are called squatchers. Are you a squatcher? Leave a comment in the comment box below. You never will. Meanwhile, let's go to Alaska. This is the southeast Alaska's famed Inside Passage. Two Alaskan wildlife troopers were a bit surprised as they were travelling on the water, and there's another funny advert. Adverts everywhere. Should have just downloaded the video. I don't come on here. I don't prep for this. I riff on it. I come here live and give it to you live in your face. Here we go. And they were surprised to see a deer in offshore Alaska. Quite far out. Look, there he is. And he's looking as confused as they are. It's like, oh dear. Yeah. So they rescue him. Oh, is there any more footage, or is it just him talking about it? Yeah. Then they let him go. There you go. See, they rescued the deer from the. And they returned. I've got a picture of the fella who they rescued, and they returned him to the bank where there were some other deers hanging around. So there you go. That's one down. I've got another one for you. This is a little cat. They reckon the black and white pussy is 4 years old and has been named Nanny McPhee because she has 2 noses. How does she smell? Awful. She hasn't had a bath in weeks. That's a joke. Yeah, this little cat has two noses. Look, and so she's got a very distinctive nose. There you go. And she's looking for a forever home. Is there another picture? I mean, from a distance, you wouldn't even notice it. Look at that. You wouldn't even notice it. So there you go. But yeah, previous owners gave her up because of ill health and well, financial issues. Here's another picture of the schnoz. That's at Cats Protection Warrington's Adoption Centre. If you wish to have Nanny McPhee as your new pet, and that will do. I think I've done enough damage. See if there's anybody in. 13 people in. Fuck me, it's a party. Runs in. He says hi there. Simon says, I don't think there are any airspace restrictions in the UK if you fly below 400 feet. That's pretty low though, isn't it? Pretty low. Jess says, afternoon. Thanks for letting me know about the comments. I thought I was on naughty step. No. Just sometimes, you know, you protect against incursions, if you know what I mean. Run says, I can see people shooting Amazon drones out of the sky. Sort of a lucky dip, yeah. Imagine if they've got like a flat screen TV or a computer or something. Imagine. I mean, how do they... that's going to be the next thing, isn't it? There's going to be like drones, fighting drones in the sky, bringing them down. You know, I don't think they'll necessarily use guns, but I can imagine other drones being used to ensnare them and drag them in the other direction. Zeb says the drones will surely drop those precious vinyls correctly. Have you seen how they deliver vinyls? No. So sometimes they put them in another box. So there was that time when it's probably lost now, but when it was the second David Bowie vinyl box set, and they just delivered it to me in its cellophane, and the cellophane was all ripped and there was a big dent in it, and I was like, okay. And Jess says, send the asylums to Carry On Hotel. They won't complain then. To a Carry On Hotel. Oh, what you mean in the movies? Carry On Asylum Seeking. Could be a new one, couldn't it? Someone dig up Kenneth Williams. Anyway. Oh, looking for safe passage. Oh, anyway, we're going to be out of here. I've done enough damage for today. That was the news. I've only got one more day to do, but the kids are off tomorrow, so will I be doing it? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, thank you for watching. That was the news. Killing the channel one video at a time. You know, you've got to drink it up. Ta-ta.